Jaden was selected by team captain Tamika Catchings, who, by the way, is one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. Period. I'm a big WNBA fan, so I remember going back to the Shot days when they were winning championships. I think King, you too. But every time she would come here with the fever, the Indiana fever, she would come to the Palace, man, to play the Shot. It seemed like she dropped 25, 30 points on us every single time, man. Like, she's an absolute dog, man, and a world champion, right? So shout out to her. Can you, Javin, just kind of speak to the relationship that she has with your family, you guys? Her and Jaden seem to be pretty tight.
Absolutely. So, obviously, Tamika and Niele played together in Indiana, and obviously I was there. It seems like ages ago. We were just young 20-year-old kids fresh out of college. We had this baby boy, and Tamika was just a great person to be around. She came to all Jaden's little things we had for him, his birthday parties and things. We stayed in that little apartment complex in Indianapolis at the Fever setup. And so I was always there, obviously, with Jaden and her. And so, but Tamika was just a great person to be around, great personality, very friendly, very personable. And she spent a lot of time with us, and we enjoyed having her around. Jaden obviously remembers that, and it was great to see their connection, just yesterday.
Yeah, we saw a couple clippings. So Jaden was mic'd up, and he was just talking to her about how blessed he was to have been brought back together, by God with her, to be able to have her coach him and then play in the game. And you could really just see he really was. It was very authentic and very pure from an emotional standpoint. You could see the love that he had for her. I thought that was pretty cool. For sure.
Absolutely. You see it come full circle from him being around her as a baby. I think they showed the little picture of Tamika holding him as a baby. So that was fun to see. They didn't get the win last night, but that's all right. It was a good experience for both of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're going to get to that, bro. I'm glad you said that. So last night's Rising Stars Challenge. That was pretty interesting, huh? From what we saw?
Very interesting.
If you by chance didn't catch it, just give you a little backstory. Things got a little chippy yesterday between Team Tamika, who Jaden played for, and Team Jalen Rose, who Benedict Mathurin played for. And there seems to be a little bit of history there. Those two have been kind of linked together and competitive toward each other in the past. And we saw it again last night. And so for those who don't know, Jaden was picked ahead of Ben in the 2022 draft, right? Jaden obviously was picked 5th by the Pistons, and then Ben was picked right behind him at number 6 to Indiana. So last night during the game, just to catch y'all up who didn't see, dead ball situation, it looked like Benedict Mathurin said something to Jaden. And he said something along the lines of, even in the Rising Stars game, you can't guard me. And for the record, Ben can't guard Jaden either. Period. And then, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put it on wax. Jaden Ivey is a better basketball player than Ben Mathurin. Straight up. And I think time is gonna prove me right. But when he said it, it seemed like it kind of caught Jaden off guard, because he's like, wait, what? What'd you say? And then after he realized that Ben was serious, then Jaden got serious, and it seemed like he kind of used that as fuel. Like, oh, word? Okay, that's what we doing? Okay, so I don't think Jaden's going to forget that too quickly, but I wanted to get your reaction, Javin, to what you thought. Like, when you saw that transpiring, what was kind of going through your mind, bro?
Honestly, I laughed. You know what? I like Benedict. I love Benedict. I think he's a very competitive kid. Every time I've seen them play, he's kind of going at Jaden and being chippy, which I like and I respect as an athlete. But, Jaden's got Detroit in his blood. He's not ducking no smoke, and we'll see Benedict again. But, Jaden had a lot on his mind, to be honest with you. His mind was back in Detroit with his wife, who was getting ready to give birth to a baby girl. She did this morning, a baby girl, healthy baby girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's major.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Jaden's head was, to his defense, I think his head was back home. And it's just amazing how God works, because, baby girl waited until Jaden got back home to come into the world.
Wow.
So God's timing and divine intervention is truly amazing. But she made a healthy arrival into the world. And so now back to be Math. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. As soon as this coming Thursday.
Oh,
when they match up. Yeah. Yeah, so I think
See,
I'm looking forward to that one
Be
for
ready.
sure.
absolutely, it'll be
Yeah.
competitive, and that's what we like.
Jaden Ivey on the wing, kick that Puerto ride. Electrifying through the air, a Detroit shot. And it doesn't really matter if you love him, like him, hate him. That boy is born.